Good Thursday morning. This is the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing. Look at our impacts. For today, we continue with the hot, dry conditions across the northern half of the geographic area from the lowlands to the higher terrain of Idaho and parts of Wyoming. Fuels will continue to dry out while lightning continues across southern areas, gradually shifting a little bit northwards today from where it was yesterday. It is tomorrow, however, with a mix of drier with some wetter lightning in the southern areas of this yellow contour here, that we are expecting new ignitions and possibly new fire growth, and this potential will continue on Saturday. Even some lightning up into the central mountains of Idaho. Wetter storms once you head east of the Wasatch and out towards the Wyoming and Colorado borders. Precipitation over the past 24 hours, again confined to our southern areas. Northern areas stayed hot and dry. This is where our lightning has been, and it has been for the last 2 weeks or so. New starts, we are starting to see new starts here in the red in some of our southern areas. It isn't raining everywhere. In places that had sunshine did dry out. Larger fires in the larger circles, continuous light type 1, type 2 incidents in the open circles. You can see here with recent fires in the yellow, existing fires in the red. Initial attack has been moderate or higher for much of the past week. Precipitation, it's been wet down in the south. These green areas are about a ½ inch of rain or so. The lighter blue is about 1/10 to 1/100 of an inch. Bone dry, however, as you head across our northern areas, and well below normal precipitation-wise for the week in those northern areas. Above normal, especially across southern Nevada and southern Utah and the Arizona Strip for the week. So that's the way it looks. ERCs have responded down the south at below the 50th percentile in those green circles, but you can see where that dividing line is, somewhere just between I-70 and I-50 is where we transition to those orange and reds, which are 70th, 80th, and even towards the 90th percentile in some areas. Also drying out significantly here as we head into Idaho, not just the lower elevations, but also into some of the mountains as you head into central Idaho as well, and also northwestern Nevada. Our 100-hour fuels are quite dry, down below 5% across a good portion of northern Nevada, northwest Utah, southwest Idaho. This will be a concern as lightning approaches. Satellite imagery shows that moisture across our southern areas of Utah, the Arizona Strip. Clockwise flow around the high, but we're watching how much this moisture will arc northwards. That's going to be the key over the next couple of days. So for today, we have the high pressure over us. Moisture stays across the south, drier to the north, a bit breezy across the higher terrain of our far northern areas of Idaho. We continue quite dry here in the brown to even yellow here into the mountains of Idaho. We've really dried out quite a bit, as you can see here, the most moist areas this time of year in the south. So in the south is where the moisture and the thunderstorms and the lightning stays today. Maybe a few things creeping up as far north as I-70 or so we'll see. Winds fairly light and slope driven for the most part, other than downdrafts from thunderstorms, which you could be seen here in the purple. But for tomorrow, you notice we have high risk for lightning across parts of northwest Utah, northeast Nevada, far south central Idaho, and that's for this moisture through here starting to slide up the Nevada-Utah border. You can see this green area here starting to tickle southern Idaho. Precipitation reaching the ground gets through here. What the model does not show is that some of the precipitation up here may not even be reaching the ground towards the Idaho border. But we actually expect, this is actually through 6 p.m., we actually expect some of this to surge further northwards, maybe 7, 8 p.m. and get into southern Idaho. Winds again fairly light overall, no big issues through there. Saturday, the moisture becomes more widespread, especially along the Sierra and just east of there across Nevada. We do have high risk for northwestern Nevada, also for northern California. The North Ops Predictive Services has that as well, so we'll keep an eye on that. There'll be some more lightning in other areas. And here is the precipitation. These are classic dry lightning signatures with the streaks of precipitation through parts of central and northern Nevada, across western Nevada, and then getting a little bit wetter as those storms track into southeastern Idaho. Winds overall southwest about 5 to 15 miles per hour. In parts of southern Idaho, they could see some gusts of 25 to 30. Precipitation reaching the ground here, just light amounts here in the north, a couple hundredths to 1/10 of an inch. Quarter-inch amounts are higher across the higher terrain of southern Idaho down to the Arizona Strip. Sunday, thunderstorms continue across our eastern areas, probably a little bit more wetter. You can see some of our zones here going into the yellow, staying green and moist down here. Monday, we start drying out. High pressure builds in, just some lingering storms across western Nevada and out towards the Uintas and maybe central Nevada, but 90% of the area stays dry. Drier air pushing into parts of Idaho. So we could see some holdover starting Monday and Tuesday. A little bit of lightning still scattered about northeast Nevada. Otherwise, most of the moisture from the monsoon pushed off to our south and east. It does start making a comeback on Wednesday, starts getting a little stronger, still staying south of our area though, so we'll see how that plays out. But we should see a warming and drying trend for next week. Precipitation for the entire 7-day period. Heaviest here in the Uintas, surprisingly, but this will be later in the period. Dry here in southern Idaho and far northern Nevada and Utah, where our main concerns are. Now, the 8 to 14 days shows much above normal temperatures. This would probably constitute near record heat. Also, a drier than normal signal. So it looks like the monsoon may get shunted further to the east during this time period. So this could be a time period of active fires and holdovers as we go into the end of July into early August. Concludes our briefing. Have a great day.